Hominy hibbity hobbity hobbity hibbity hoopity hummer hobbita hubble bubble kabubble kafubble kafubble kashovel.
Oh,
Good evening.
oh, hello.
The
I
power.
did not see you there over this tome of forbidden knowledge.
The power was out, so we went and bought candles. Yes. But by the time we got home, the power was back on. So we turned off the lights and lit candles.
Yes.
Anyway,
We doused ourselves in darkness.
for dark reasons. Ooh.
Oh,
So today, after maybe I edit in some clips right about here.
Okay, we're gonna grab some presents real fast, way. Okay. Done.
Or maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But we have a question.
a quarry.
What is the ideal Santa Claus movie? Amos, what would be your Santa Claus movie? If you could make any kind of Santa Claus movie, what would it be? What would happen in this story about Santa Claus?
Well, I mean, okay, we've all grown up with the fairy tale. It's all very happy and everything, but let's be honest, everybody wants a Santa Claus movie that's an action movie with explosions and stuff. So, actually, to be honest, I would just really want, would this have to be an original one? Because I could think of many things that I would want adapted into a movie.
You could do anything you want.
Well, I'd probably just go for an adaptation of the graphic novel Klaus.
Can you say it and talk a little louder?
Oh, okay. It's just a graphic novel of a made-up Santa origin story, except it's called Klaus instead of Claus, because it's before he's Santa Claus. Anyway, he fights Krampus and stuff, and it's all super cool, and he gets his powers from, I don't know, they don't say it's aliens, but it's basically aliens. And then he goes and flies around and stuff. It's much cooler if you read it, but even if I did something original, it would probably be along the same lines anyway.
That does actually sound very cool. I mean, when you got to the aliens part, I was like, oh, aliens, boring. But it's better than my idea. Now, how I would do a Santa Claus movie is, what if, he was, real kind of thing. And so I thought, hey, what about a take where Santa Claus is no longer giving gifts? Yes, he changed his job and started running drugs and weapons and all kinds of stuff all over the world for different cartels and everything.
That's evil.
Oh, so very evil. And then it isn't until more recent times or something or whenever, his son or his grandson, who's grown up with all this money and everything because Santa Claus is running drugs and everything, and his son or grandson finally hears about all these legends and stories about this Santa Claus, this Saint Nick, and then he, you have a bit of a, problem, issue between him and his son or his grandson or whatever, and eventually, something happens where they start giving gifts again. I mean, there's that cheesy version, but then of course you could still do the action version, another story where you got him doing combat during World War II or something. Ooh, I mean, think about it. You got Santa Claus with he's flying around on a sleigh. You could just. And he's got an infinity. Seriously, has anybody seen the okay, now we're boring from the Santa Claus movie, but seriously, you could store so much stuff in that bag.
I would love to see Santa Claus punch Hitler.
Santa Claus punch Hitler. I would love to see that too. That would be very amusing.
Yes. No, I
couldn't think of anything else.
No.
Or could you think of how many paratroopers he could be hiding inside his backpack? I mean, you got him going during the D-Day landing, D-Day invasion. You've got him flying over the sky, through the skies, and you got all 500 paratroopers just jumping off the back of his sled, just bloop, 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 bloop. It would be absolutely hilarious. I mean, I don't want it to be a comedy, it would be an action movie, but come on, why not? It'd be so much fun. I mean, like, what other mythical characters of Christmas or anything could you see a movie being done of? Like a Frosty the Snowman horror movie.
Oh, yes.
Where you see, like, Frosty is actually like the personification of an old Indian curse or something, and he's gonna freeze people and stuff. You get him drawing kids away and all kinds of crazy stuff. It'd be terrifying.
Somebody could get stabbed with an icicle. No, they stab him with an icicle.
Well, they stab him with an icicle. Oh, so kind of like a reverse of Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
So instead of him somebody like a human getting stabbed with an icicle, this time it's Frosty being stabbed with an icicle.
Yes.
I kind of feel like this is a kind of a joke taken from Calvin and Hobbes, like what was it, the Attack of the Deformed Monster Killer Snow Goons. Now that would be a movie.
The Attack of the Mutant, was it Mutant Killer Snow Goons?
Something like that. But either way, that would be a movie. Now there's a good Christmas movie right there.
No. Oh, wait. Just a versus movie between Santa Claus and Frosty the Snowman.
Oh.
Except it's like, take like a Norse take on it. So, of course, we all know that Santa Claus in the old, like, with the Norwegian stuff, Santa Claus is Odin. And then Frosty the Snowman can be like the king of the frost giants. And it can be this epic battle.
Oh, and you can sing it like how'd your song go that you were working on?
I had the first verse. It was, how did it go? This is Frosty the Snowman. Wait, no, Frosty the Giant was a fearsome, monstrous soul. I have it written down.
Okay.
Was Frosty the Giant was a fearsome, monstrous soul with a mile-long stride, an earth-shaking blow, and 2 eyes that pierce your soul. And that's all I had.
That's all you had?
No, that's all I had.
Well, eventually he will finish it. I do not know when, but eventually he will finish it. Yes. Now, I don't know about you, but right now I'm kind of blanking on more holy day things to be talking about. So I think we will stop recording our dark deeds and start doing them in secret and not posting them online and things like that. So, good night.